All right, this is the last video for questions 7 and 8. 7 and 8, you're just comparing functions, just like we did previously. So we need to put these into equation form so we can kind of see what we are looking at here. Um, Although 7, actually 7 is not as bad as what I was thinking. So slope is going to be m. It's also going to be the rate of change. And to find the rate of change, we have to take the change in our x's um, the change in our y values divided by the change in our x values. Okay, this is also slope, right? It's m. This is going to be a plus 1 here. This is going to be plus 5, 8, 11. This is a plus 3. So our change in y over change in x to find the rate of change is going to be 3 over 1, otherwise known as 3. Okay, so that's going to be this first one. The function b, m is going to be the coefficient that's always attached to the x. So this one is 2. Um, so which statement is true in this? Slope of function a is greater than the slope of function b. That's true. Rate of change and slope, they're the same thing. So first one's true, right? That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. It's good news. All right, number 8, last one. So before we get into this, because number 8 is talking about something called the y-intercept, and I did this in class, but I'm going to do it for anybody that wants to watch this walkthrough video. We're going to call this the initial value for now. Okay, and what I want you to kind of put and think about is what is y when x is 0? Okay, we're going to use that concept for our initial values, or this y-intercept is what we're going to end up calling it. Also, slope, remember, has a um, variable as m, which you don't need to necessarily know that yet, but the y-intercept does too, and it's b. So when you see b on this answer key, just know that I'm talking about the initial value. All right, so let's start with the slope first. Slope is going to be rise over run, or its rate of change, or it's the coefficient in front of the x, right? So the m on this function a is the rise over run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 6 over 3. So m is 6 over 3, which is 2. So the slope of function a is going to be 2. For function b, um, m is going to be the number that is attached to the x. All right, so that's going to be your slope. So that's going to be a negative 2. And then for function c, slope is going to be the change in the y divided by the change in the x. So it's going to be negative 3 over 1, which is just going to be a negative 3. All right. So looking at our slopes, we've got 2, negative 2, and negative 3. Which one is going to be least to greatest by slope? That would be C, which is negative 3, B, which is negative 2, A, which is positive 2. Okay. So now we need to check out our y-intercepts or initial value. Again, what is y when x is 0? If I'm looking at this first one, okay, this is going to tell you what your y-intercept is. Okay, this is going to tell you what your y-intercept is. Let me use maybe a different color just so you can track this. Okay, for your y-intercept, it's going to be what is y when x is 0. X is 0 here, therefore y is 4. Okay, for function b, what is y when x is 0? Well, you can substitute this in. What is y? We have negative 2 times the x of 0 plus 5. Negative 2 times 0 will cancel. You'll be left with y equals just 5. So our b down here, initial value would be just 5. Okay. For c, what is y when x is 0? In this little section here, it tells us that our x is 0. So our b value is going to be negative 10. When we order this, okay, the smallest, again, from least to greatest, the smallest initial value is going to be function c, which is negative 10. The second smallest is going to be 4, which is function a. The last smallest, or I guess the largest, then would be function b. Right? Remember, what is y when x is 0? I'll help you guys out with that a little bit tomorrow. Okay, I'll help you out a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. Okay, study up, maybe do some IXL things that we've been doing throughout the week. But we're probably gonna start the test as soon as we get to class tomorrow. So get yourselves ready. We'll see you tomorrow.